Here we go. Welcome back to Farming Life in the World Anime Review, episode number 11. We are here reviewing episode number 18, Fine Day for Visitors. Yep. So we have a couple different stories happen this episode. Yes, I'll talk about the dragon one first because this one basically was the second half of the episode. So basically, this part here, where we have a dragon show up, and it's a red dragon, and it turns out he's Domum. And he is Dasu's younger brother. And Hakuren's younger brother as well. Yeah, he is the youngest of the three siblings. Yeah, so, yeah, basically it's like he wants shelter from his fiance. Basically what appears to be like her form is like what appears to be like a Asian dragon form, while in the case of basically the other dragons is more of European, hers is more Asian. This is Quan, a very beautiful woman who apparently was there for Quam's birth, apparently, and she's followed him along, and he apparently is afraid of her, and the whole thing is basically trying to get these two to get along, and then, of course, basically, Hakurun decides to help out, mediate, their relationship by having these two write letters to each other. And over the course of time, they settle differences, and they get married. Yep. And, of course, basically, where Hakurin is basically thinking, maybe past the future. Oh boy, that's quite something. And he's like, what do you mean? Well, you'll find out and see. Yep. So, and then we have the first half of the episode focus on the angels. Yes, the angels. Oh boy. So, yeah, well, apparently all the angels are women, obviously. And the episode picked up, this is quite interesting. So, basically, we have a bunch of angels, a group of angels, and a group of harpies. They don't think of them as harpies, but clearly they are harpies. And they swore loyalty to Hakurun, no problem. They're angels, they're reluctant because it's an angel. Oh, he had to basically do special combat in order to get a man, test him. And then pretty much there's a couple games, and of course, have Hakurun because he's the only major guy that Tia's around. Tia's mentioned it showed the fray, it's so funny. And by the way, I recognized the voice as soon as she spoke. That's Jade Saxon. Yep. It's Jade Saxon. I have a confirmation about that, but yeah, that is Jade Saxon. I was quite surprised about that. Yeah, where anyway, so pretty much basically me. Where it's test loyalty. So play a couple games okay, next challenge. Challenge the most deadly enemy to combat. Lou! And of course Hakuren's here she is. And she's there with basically their baby Alfred. And so turn here that way. Done. It's you must be a gate dragon. He's happily there. I was okay. And then last challenge. Coin flip. Ha ha, I win. And Tia comes and flips it back on where it was because she cheated and stomps thing in the floor and declares the victory. I thought this was kind of funny, and of course, basically, get more security, but this episode was a lot of fun. And apparently looks like next week they're going hot spring, and I did see a tease for this Actually, it was on the cover of one of the manga volumes. I think it was the very first one I got. I think it was volume 10. I think it was, where on the cover there's a hot spring. So now we're kind of basically up to, from what I can tell, pretty much we're up to what volume 10 is. Though basically the actual Kwame date a little bit later, but this basically they're kind of basically adapting stuff out of order, like. They're moving stuff up, moving like this stuff here. It's not necessarily a big bother for me per se. Not really, no. Doesn't bother me the slightest. I'm perfectly fine with this. So what is the name of this woman here? No. No, Grand Marie is here. Okay, her name is Cabot. Yes. And she apparently is the leader of the Angels. Yeah. Excuse me. But this overall was a lot of fun. Like I said, this episode, a lot of fun. And definitely looking forward to the next episode, which will air next week. Yep. So yeah, that's pretty much it, particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next up, a Comic Corner, and then basically it's on to... well, it's basically on to Reborn as the Machine next. Okay, next video. Bye.